In this video, I'm going to take you through some of the exercises I use to keep my fingers in shape when I just have one of those days where I don't have the time to sit down at the piano and practice. And the great thing is, they don't just work on your finger dexterity and your strength and all that good stuff, they also work on your rhythm. Let's dive in. Hello, welcome back to the Keys Coach YouTube channel. My name's Adam and thank you so much for clicking on this video. We all have those days where we just can't make it over to the piano and it can be so frustrating. It's like, is there anything I can do to just stay productive and to stay in shape? Well, in this video, I'm going to give you a bunch of exercises that you can do when the kettle's boiling, when you're sat on a train, when you're in the office, wherever it might be. So when you get back to the piano, you feel ready to play. Okay, here's the first exercise. So all you need for this is some kind of surface. I'm using the kitchen table and I'm just going to put my hands out on the table like that, and they're going to have a slight curve as if we're actually playing the piano. You want to make sure you're not doing this with flat fingers. That's really, really important. You want to make sure there's a curve there. And just for clarity, when I'm numbering my fingers, it's kind of like a mirror image. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so the thumb is always 1, little finger's always 5. And for this, I'm just using a metronome app. Now, you don't have to do this with a metronome, but it is really good to have a metronome app on your phone, on your iPad, whatever you use. But you can do it without, but I think it's really good to kind of do it with a metronome because it really keeps you locked into that rhythm. Okay, I've put it on 80 BPM, and we're just going to move our fingers on each of those pulse beats, okay? This is quarter notes, sometimes known as crotchets. Here we go. We're going from left to right. There it is. Now you want to make sure that you're moving bang on the beat. I'm kind of subdividing in my head to really help me feel that pulse. I'm hearing in my head like and that really helps me feel the kind of pulse. And I'm making sure that my fingers are really just hitting it straight on that beat. Okay, let's switch up now. We're now going to do, it's hard to do while talking. Okay, we're now going to do eighth notes. Here we go. 2, which is quavers. Here we go. Back to crotchets, quarter notes. One more. Then back to quavers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. Now, as with all of these videos, I want you to be able to practice all of this stuff at home. So I've put together a free cheat sheet that you can download by clicking the link in the description. It contains all of these exercises I'm covering, and it means you can practice these exercises on the go. You can go ahead and grab that. It's completely free. Okay, so the next stage is to do semi-quavers, also known as 16th notes. So we're kind of doubling it up again. So if I play that, there's our pulse. It's going to be like this. Here we go. It's hard, that. It's really hard to kind of feel that one. My left hand, I find, isn't as strong as my right hand, which is really weird as I'm left-handed. But I just find that I often have to do a lot more work on my left hand to get it more kind of dexterous and kind of stronger than my right hand. Let's just have another go at that. 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's now see if we can do quarter notes followed by eighth notes followed by 16th notes. Okay, we're going to do all 3. So there's the metronome. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, go. Let's do it once more around that. Moving on to eighth notes now. One more. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, change. Ah. What's great about this, and I'm noticing some things in my own, when I'm doing this, I'm noticing that I'm not actually as secure on this as I could be. I need to do some work on it. What's great though, is that you're taking the notes out of everything. So often when we sit down to play piano, we think all the time about the notes we're playing, the chords, the harmony, all of these different cool things that we've got as piano players that we kind of often go to. But actually, you take that away and we're just working on our technique and our rhythm, okay? So we're linking those two things up. The strength of our fingers, how dexterous we are, and the way we feel the pulse. And I'm noticing that my left hand needs a bit of work. Okay, let's do that once more. Let's speed up how we do it though. So we'll do each one for slightly less. So let's start with quarter notes again. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Eighth notes. Sixteenths. Yeah, that is hard. So far we've been practicing all these exercises going in the same direction, right? So we've always been going from left to right. Now let's try doing contramotion, which is where our hands move away from each other. So we're going to start with our thumbs, but then we're going to move away and then come back in. Do you see that? We're going to do exactly the same thing. We're going to go quarter notes, eighth notes, 16th notes, but we're going to do it with contramotion. So let's get that metronome going. There's the pulse. Make sure you're feeling the pulse before you begin. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, quarter notes. Let's go once more through that. My fingers are clicking. I can feel it. Here we go. Eighth notes. Go. Sixteenths. There it is. Very good. When you're doing these exercises, make sure that you're not getting tense. It's very, very easy to tense up when you're trying to do all these subdivisions. And actually, that isn't a great way to be playing, and that isn't a good thing to be practicing. It's not a good thing to practice being tense. So always be really conscious. Make sure your arms are relaxed. Give them a little shake out before you do it, and just be aware of any tension that you might be holding up there, and just really try and get rid of that as you're doing these. Okay, we're now going to change it up a bit and go to the next level, which is where we're going to vary what we're doing in each hand. So let's get that metronome going again, and we're going to vary it up. We're going to do quarter notes in our left hand, and we're going to do eighth notes in our right hand. Quarter notes, eighth notes. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. There it is. Let's go once more round. Those of you who write in about hand independence, finger independence, this is the video for you guys. Yeah, there it is. Okay, let's now see if we can swap it over. So there we're doing quarter notes and eighth notes. Now let's do quarter notes and eighth notes the other way around. So our left hand is going to be playing the eighth notes. Our right hand is going to be playing the quarter notes. Get the metronome going. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go again. There it is. Okay. Super quick one. Really sorry to interrupt the video. I was checking out the YouTube Analytics app the other day, and it turns out that the majority of people that watch this channel aren't subscribed. So if you want to really help the channel out and you've got some value from our videos, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, ding the bell. It really helps to grow the channel and helps us reach new people. Okay, back to the video. Let's now add another layer of complexity to this, right? So what we're going to do, we're going to go back to doing quarter notes in our left hand and eighth notes in our right hand. And at some point, I'm going to go 3, 2, 1, go, and we're going to do sixteenths in both hands, okay? So it's going to be like a little middle section in the exercise. So let's get that metronome going again. And we've got the quarter notes and we've got the eighth notes. I'm going to be doing it all with you all the way through. I'll talk you through it. It's like doing a live workout. Here we go. 2, 3, 4. Let's go round again. One more time. Keep it going. So now we're going to do the semiquavers, the 16th notes. Here we go. And both hands. Back and there we go. Back to the quarter notes and the eighth notes. Great. Keep it going. We're going to do one more of those. One, 2, 3, go. One, 2, 3, and stop. Okay, let's now take this exercise to the next level. Now, I'm just going to do this with one hand. You can do it with both hands. It's way harder, but I'm going to just do it with one hand for the moment to really show you exactly what's going on. So I'm going to put my hand out in front of me, and I'm going to number my fingers like we have done before, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm going to come up with a four numbers, all right? I'm going to go 1, 5, 3, 4. Okay, so I'm not going to do anything with finger 2. I'm just going to go 1, 5, 3, 4. Okay, and it's much harder to do these exercises when you're doing a specific finger pattern rather than just going up and down the fingers. That's how we practice our scales. We're used to doing that kind of thing. But if we now have a pattern that kind of breaks that, 1, 5, 3, 4. I'm going to go through back with the metronome. So I've got it back on 80 BPM. And we're going to go through and we're going to go quarter notes, eighth notes, and then 16th notes going 1, 5, 3, 4. Let's give it a go. Let's bring it to 8 notes now. Here we go, eighth notes, go. Sixteenth notes, off you go. Back to eighth notes. It's hard. When you're really focused on it, you don't have a kind of a piano, it's just you and your fingers. Quarter notes. There we go. Now, if you did want to do this hands together, I reckon a good starting place is not to kind of do it contra motion. I mean, if I was doing 1, 5, 3, 4 in my left hand, it would be that, wouldn't it? Which would mean I'm actually going contra motion between the hands, if that makes sense. I'm not going to do it like that. I'm going to do it like this. So in my right hand, I'm actually doing the 1, 5, 3, 4. But I guess if you were to number what's going on in my left hand, it would be 5, 1, 3, 2. Okay, slightly easier just to do them both the same way if you're starting out doing this. So, here we go. Let's give it a go. Quarter notes. Let's do it. And. Let's go once more through that. Eighth notes. Go. Let's try 16ths. Go. Oh. Here we go. Oh, yes, thank God for that. Managed to do it. So hard, right? These are really, really great warm-ups. Have a go and let me know how you get on. Thank you so much for watching this video. I do hope you found it useful. Don't forget to go and grab all your free PDF resources. The links are down in the video description. And I get the feeling that you might be someone who is looking to take their warm-up routine to the next level. If you're watching a video on finger dexterity, finger technique, all this cool stuff, you're gonna love this video here. I've put together a video all about my ultimate piano warm-up routine. This is the routine I do every single day to keep everything in shape. Go and give that video a click, and I'll see you over there.